name's Frost. I'm the training super. Today, I'm your boss. We'll brief and then get airborne.
Understood.
Alright then, listen up. We've got 2 exercises to get through today. First up, low-level flight. Getting the lads used to combat insertions and evacs. Secondary objective, live fire exercises at the range. Questions?
Yeah, just one. Sir, I seem to be missing the flight plan.
There's no fixed route, Larkin. You'll be responding directly to my commands. When I say bank right, you sure as hell bank right. Roger that?
Sure, I've got it.
Good. Okay, boys, board the chopper. Right, Larkin, get the bird in the air. Fine day for flying.
Alright, tough guy, let's do this. What is up guys, Vesves is here with some Take on Helicopters gameplay. The footage of this particular mission shows me flying a training mission with ION Mercenaries. In the first part I am tasked to do some fast low level flying to the insertion point, then I will have to move on to the firing range, perform a fast drop off for the infantry and leave the AO ASAP. Now you might wonder why the hell is he uploading some Take on Helicopters gameplay right now. The reason is pretty simple. I just bought the game this week. It's on the BIS store, also on Steam for about $20 I think, with all the expansions and all that stuff, so it's a very great deal. I have not bought the game for a long time obviously because yeah, I wasn't sure if it's any good. I was pretty busy playing Arma 2. I did check out the demo a while ago, but I was not really happy with the controls because I couldn't really get my flight gear to work with it properly, so it was absolutely no fun to play it. However, I received a $25 voucher from Bohemia Interactive because I was one of the guys, one of the many people who had to wait a long time on Arma 3 alpha release because the servers went down and we were not able to purchase the support edition from the BIS store. And in order to compensate that, I guess all the patient guys from that day received that $25 voucher. So last week I figured I'm gonna check out the BIS store and see what's available for download and wanted to use those $25. And I saw Take on Helicopter and I figured what the hell, let's give it a try. I'm not that far ahead in the story yet, I guess maybe on 15% or so, but I gotta say it's totally worth the money. I'm having a blast, I'm having a great time flying there. It's, as you see, it's very similar to Arma, but the whole avionics are completely different. They're way more advanced and I guess way more realistic. I mean, I'm not a chopper pilot in real life, so I cannot say this is realistic or it's not. But if you're used to flying choppers in Arma, you will definitely realize a difference, and it's a lot harder and a lot more complex because the controls are rather realistic, I'd say. The instruments in the cockpit are fully working and display information in real time, obviously. Now this will change the way of flying drastically compared to Arma. Now for me personally, flying in Arma was always like with the gut feeling. I pretty much did something on the controls, observed how the chopper was reacting to it, and if I saw that it would not end up well, I was able to correct, you know. But here in Take on Helicopters you cannot rely on that. You will definitely have to monitor your instruments and keep a sharp eye on the chopper's movements. Because usually if you realize that you're losing altitude too fast because of a bad wind stream or whatnot, it's too late. Just hitting the throttle and gaining altitude does not work here. So to sum it up, flying here is a lot more challenging, it's a lot more interesting, and it's a lot more fun than it is in ARM. There are rumors out there that this flight engine from Take on Helicopters will be integrated in Arma 3. Now that I've played this game, I gotta say, please, Bohemia Interactive, please bring those avionics in and bring the interactive cockpit in where you can click some buttons and stuff. Bring the fully working instruments in, because that's fucking awesome. If you have previously seen footage from Take on Helicopters, you might have realized that there is a very arcade looking HUD that is like two-dimensional right in front of your face, and that can also be used in third person, obviously. Now if you want to use it, that's up to you. Personally, I do like my HUD or my view as clean as possible, so I remove all this additional HUD information in the difficulty settings. I mean, why would you fly a helicopter with fully working instruments if you then display and overlay them in front of you? And not only does it disturbs me, it also limits my view. And with the track IR I'm using, I can bring my head and upper body movements into the game. Take on Helicopters fully supports track IR, so a lot of great fun there as well. And if I'm able to look around, I don't want that 2D information moving around with my head all the time, so if I want to look at my instruments, I can do that, and if not, it doesn't disturb me. Sure, it's a lot harder to read those instruments because they're not like very bright displayed in front of you, but that makes it more realistic, makes it more challenging, and to me it's a lot more fun this way. Since we're on the track IR subject, I'm probably gonna do an introduction video in a little while. I've been asked multiple times about it. People see that my head movements look different than they usually do. Even with the free look key in Arma 2 or also here in Take on Helicopters, it doesn't look the same. People realize it and ask me how I do that. I say track IR, they have no idea what it is, and I'm not going to explain it to every single one. So as I mentioned, I'm probably going to do a video, I'm going to do an introduction on it, so you guys know what it is and maybe get it yourself. This Lexi from Shack Tactical did one on this subject quite a while ago, I guess it's multiple years ago. But it's a great video and it explains the features of track IR very nicely. I'm not going to go much deeper into Take on Helicopters in this video. I'm just going to show you the gameplay and give you a glimpse at it if you're not familiar with it, if you haven't played it or haven't seen any videos from it. But I will do a Swiss Guy Plays episode that will probably come out next Saturday or the week after that, where I will, as always in the Swiss Guy Plays series, go deep into the game, show you guys some more footage, take a closer look at the engine, the different game modes, and also the Heinz and rearmed expansion. So please make sure to stay tuned for that video. Alright, let's focus at the topic at hand here. I've just completed that fast low level flight course, and now I'm headed to the firing range where I have to drop off those troops for some combat training. I have to do a combat insertion, which means I have to land as fast as possible, drop them off, and leave the AO ASAP. Now, since I'm also still pretty much a rookie in this game and I'm not used to fast landings and takeoffs yet, it's definitely gonna be challenging. And the freaking instructor here, this ION Mercenaries, is already pissed off because I was flying a little bit too high before a few times. And yeah, he's not really a polite person, so I guess I'm in for some more shouting from his side. Getting pretty close to the insertion point. The whole braking maneuver is quite different here in Take on Helicopters compared to Arma 2. Because I have played Arma so much, it's rather hard to readjust to the new handling. Nevertheless, I'm gonna give my best. You have to be very careful when you brake, so if you pull the nose up, you are gonna gain altitude pretty quick, but you have to keep an eye on your torch and the RPM, otherwise the helicopter will just stall and fall out of the sky. So you have to find a really good balance also with the collective and the pitch. So for me, who is using track IR, joystick, throttle stick and pedals, you get to bring in your full body to keep that freaking helicopter in the air. It's definitely a lot of fun, but it's a lot harder than it was in Arma 2. And it takes definitely some getting used to. Now what's special here is that I have to land within a 50-degree plus-minus angle due to north. That's why I use my compass here. There is a compass in the cockpit as well, but on this one here it's a bit easier to get a good view on it. That worked better than I thought. Let's see if the instructor is happy. No, that was not fast enough for his taste, obviously. Yeah, I'm on it. Pipe the fuck down. Okay, dropped off those troops. We'll have to move to a standby position a little bit outside of the firing range. And then I guess I'm gonna have to pick them up again. If you were wondering about why I'm flying with ION Mercenaries, and if this term or this name is familiar to you, that's because it's like the same mercenary group that was also used in the PMC expansion for Arma 2. If you're playing Take on Helicopter and you're familiar with the Arma 2 series or the Arma 2 game and the expansion, you will see a lot of similarities. This makes you feel like if you're in the same world, you know, but in Arma you were a soldier and now you're just like a civilian pilot that does contract work for this company, and that's a very interesting dynamic. Seems as if they're done with their shooting, so I'm gonna pick them up, perform a fast extraction. I hope it works just as well as before. I am again limited to a plus-minus 15-degree angle, but this time direction south. So I'm just gonna try to get that done as quickly as possible. Closing in. Just be very careful with your sync rate. You gotta constantly adjust the pitch, the collective, because as closer as you get to the ground, the more downwash you will have, and this will pretty much suck the chopper to the ground, so you have to correct it by adding throttle to keep in the air, and yeah, to keep the sync rate as slow as possible. The choppers in this game feature a realistic damage model, so depending on what you do, the chopper will take damage and react differently, or even crash, obviously, or fall out of the sky. So while flying, you have to keep an eye on your torque. You gotta keep an eye on the airspeed and all that, because if you overpower some of the components, they will take damage after a while. This might lead to a crash. The pickup worked pretty fine, but now this instructor wants me to hover over those two guys here, pretty much pay back from his last deployment where one of those guys apparently did the same thing to him. So I gotta hit them with the helicopter's downwash and give them a nice sandy shower. Now this maneuver is probably not approved by the FAA, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's a mission objective and I don't want to piss off that instructor any more than I already have.
Maybe you're not completely useless after all, Larky.
Oh, look at that. Some motivating words after all. Okay, I guess we're done here. Time to drop them off in RTB. Now the mission itself was pretty cool, but as you can tell, those mercenaries are not really polite and they have their own set of rules, so I hope I don't have to work with them anytime soon. This is it for this gameplay video of Take on Helicopters. Really a awesome game in my opinion. It was definitely worth the money, even though I just paid 25 bucks for it. As I mentioned before, I will create and upload a Swiss Guy Plays episode for Take on Helicopters, where I will go deeper into details, show you guys some more gameplay, show you guys some more of flying, the engine, the campaign, multiplayer, editing, and also the DLCs, which will be Heinz and Rearm. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, show me some love, feel free to share and do whatever the hell you want. If you are not a subscriber yet, make sure to do that right away before you forget it. Subscribe now, and as always, stay tuned for my next video. Head over to my channel, check out all the other content on there. A lot of Arma 2 tutorials, Arma 3 tutorials, exclusive Arma downloads, Swiss Guy Play episodes, you know, the whole shebang. Feel free to leave a comment, share it with your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, I don't care. Just make sure to spread the word. Thanks a lot for your support. I'm Swiss Maverick. Catch you soon.
airborne.
Understood.
Alright then, listen up. We've got 2 exercises to get through today. First up, low-level flight, getting the lads used to combat insertions and evacs. Secondary objective, live fire exercises at the range. Questions?
Yeah, just one. Sir, I seem to be missing the flight plan.
There's no fixed route locking. You'll be responding directly to my commands. When I say bank right, you sure as hell... You must be larking. My name's Frost. I'm the training super. Today, I'm your boss. We'll brief and then bank right. Roger that?
Sure, I've got it.
Good. Okay, boys, board the chopper. Right, larking. Get the bird in the air. Fine day for flying.
Alright, tough guy, let's do this. What is up guys, Mercenaries here with some take on helicopters.